We have 11 amazing restaurants featuring a wide variety for every price range and appetite. South Point's Garden Buffet has something for everyone at unbeatable prices. Or, if hunger strikes in the middle of the night, join us at Coronado Cafe. The American menu offers breakfast, lunch, or dinner 24 hours a day, plus a Chinese kitchen for authentic Chinese dishes from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. From steak and eggs to wonton soup, it's fast and friendly service 24/7. When you need a quick pick-me-up, you can find it at our state-of-the-art Starbucks just inside the main South Point entrance. Order ahead with the Starbucks app for easy mobile order pickups. Or enjoy your favorites in the relaxing dining area anytime, day or night. If you love Mexican food, Baja Miguel's has all of your south-of-the-border favorites. There are dozens of classics to choose from, like fajitas, ceviche, chimichangas, tacos, and more. And for spirit lovers, Baja's colorful non-smoking tequila bar is right outside.
Hi, I'm Kurt Angle. I represented the United States in the Olympics in 1996 and won a gold medal. Then I parlayed that into a pro wrestling career. I saw a commercial a few years ago.
Tunnel to Towers Foundation made a promise.
The Tunnel to Towers Foundation is paying off the mortgages for Gold Star families with young children. I thought, this is really cool. I want to be a part of it. My dad served in the Army for 30 years. We didn't have a lot of money, but he made sure we had what we needed. He set a great example for all of us. He died in a construction accident my freshman year in high school. When he died, we didn't have any income coming in, and we ended up being forced to move out of our house. I was devastated. So I understand what these families are going through, and to have an organization like Tunnel to Towers come in and pick you up and carry you and give you a home to live in, I think that's just amazing. I'd like to ask you to donate $11 a month to support these efforts by going to t2t.org or calling 1-844-BRAVEST.
The best part of the nighttime racing season at Los Alamitos is here, as the best quarter horses in the nation set to compete in our biggest race, like the Los Alamitos Super Derby, the Champion of Champions, and the Los Alamitos 2 Million Futurity. Plus, the best bets in night racing continue, like our early and late pick fours, always with the best pools at night. And of course, our Pick Six promos on Sunday nights. The best part of the year is here at Los Alamitos.
The following is a Race Day Las Vegas presentation in association with Siraco Productions Limited on the Race Day Las Vegas Radio Network.
Live from the gaming capital of the world, time for Race Day Las Vegas, covering the sport of kings with a Las Vegas perspective. Now to the race desk with your host, Ralph Siraco.
From the backstretch to the turf club, at the racebooks and on the internet, to all horse players around the world, a good morning. All righty. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Race Day Las Vegas radio program. We come to you live and direct from the gaming capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada, from the South Point studios on the YouTube streaming network at YouTube, and, of course, at the South Point Hotel Casino Complex on Las Vegas Boulevard in Las Vegas. So we welcome you to the show. And, of course, all of you listening to us on our local radio station, Sports Talk 1400 AM, 107.1 FM as well. We welcome you as we begin another week covering the great sport of kings, Las Vegas style, here from Las Vegas at the South Point. And we welcome you. And, of course, all of the other platforms you have, you know, the websites, the phone apps, the podcasting, etc. You get us. You know where to find us. And so we welcome you to the show no matter how you get us. That's for sure. All right, looking at the week ahead. It's a little bit more chilly here than it has been in Las Vegas. We're down into the 50s this morning, and we're going to get up to the high 70s, mid 70s, and high 70s today here in Las Vegas. And it looks like it's going to be nice across the country today. We have a special Wednesday racing program at Aqueduct today. They normally do not race on Wednesdays, but they're racing today at Aqueduct in making up one of those makeup days that they had to cancel. And so we have that going for us. Of course, Churchill Downs is also on the menu today. So we have some nice opportunities to make some money with our handicappers. Jonathan Hardoon is with us. Of course, if it's Wednesday, it means Dwayne Colucci is going to be with us from the Rampart. Rich Ang will be along, as well as John Lindo and Jerry Jackowitz. Of course, Jerry will actually have some picks today, at least one pick today for Aqueduct. Taking a look at some of the news that has happened over the weekend. Luis Saez, who is currently riding in Kentucky right now, he's going to be riding at Oak Lawn Park this winter. Luis Saez is going to base himself at Oak Lawn Park this winter. Now, Oak Lawn Park, as you know, they've expanded their racing from a few years ago. They used to race, they didn't wait until they raced towards the end of January each year because of the winter weather that they have in that part of the country. But with expanded racing as they have all over the country, it seems, Oak Lawn Park has a special holiday meeting that starts on the 12th of December and goes through the 4th of January of next year. So they have that holiday in between, the racing holiday there, weather permitting, of course. And then they take some time off. They take about 3 weeks off. And then their regular meet starts on the 30th of January next year and goes through Kentucky Derby weekend on May 2nd. But Luis Saez will be riding the Oak Lawn meeting there this winter. Taking a look at some of the ratings that NBC had over the weekend for the Breeders' Cup. The Breeders' Cup, the NBC networks, the viewing was up 6% from last year, but it was up 18% on Saturday. On the Saturday card, it was up 18%, but overall it was up 6%. The coverage of the Breeders' Cup over the NBC networks that include, their other cable networks, and of course, what have they got? Peacock, that streaming network they got there as well. So that's good news there. Belmont at Aqueduct. Now, you remember they had a couple of cancellations at Belmont at Aqueduct, and we're experiencing one of the makeup days right now for a special Wednesday card at Aqueduct. But Belmont at Aqueduct, the official Belmont at Aqueduct meet, the all sources handle was down 10%. 10%. Because they had shorter fields, and of course, with the bad weather there, that mostly had a lot to do with it. But they were down 10% for the Belmont at Aqueduct meeting. Of course, they're now with Aqueduct, the regular meet now. One of the 3-year-olds that was promising during the middle of the year and kind of didn't really do well in the Triple Crown. But still, his connections think he's got a lot of upside. Magnitude for Steve Asmussen. He's going to race in the Clark Handicap coming up at Churchill Downs over the Thanksgiving weekend. The Clark Handicap on the 28th of this month. And he will, as a 3-year-old, be facing the older horses. The Clark Handicap is for 3-year-olds and up. So he's going to be facing older horses. But Magnitude returns to the races in the Clark, going against the older horses in the Clark Handicap, and that, of course, is on the 28th of this month, right in the middle of the Thanksgiving weekend. Sweet Azteca and AG Bullet, both horses that raced in the Breeders' Cup, are going to continue racing next year. They are not one of the retired group. The Sweet Azteca and AG Bullet will race next year. And, of course, the ongoing battle in Florida between the Florida Horsemen and the Florida Gaming people, the Horse Racing Commission, and the people who own Gulfstream Park to decouple the revenue that's accrued from their slot machines there. They don't want it mixed anymore, and of course that continues. And now there's lawsuits going back and forth. So we'll wait and see what's happening with the decoupling as they continue to make their way through the courts. That's still going on. Fairgrounds. The 154th Fairgrounds meet. Fairgrounds is the second oldest racetrack in this nation. Second oldest racetrack in this nation. The 154th season of racing at Fairgrounds will open next Thursday, 1 week from tomorrow. And they have renovated the paddock there for the horsemen there. And they got a host of returning jockeys and trainers, really a good jockey trainer colony down there at the fairgrounds. And you know, this is the time of the year with Oak Lawn Fairgrounds. They're starting the winter meets down there in that part of the country. 70 days. They're going to start on next Thursday, 70 days. And you remember what Jose Ortiz did last year. Now, he decided to go down to the fairgrounds last year. He went down there and destroyed them down there. I mean, he just won bushels of races. Jose Ortiz is going to return as part of the jockey colony at the fairgrounds when that starts. And it goes from next Thursday through March 22nd. And, of course, you know, they have 3 key Kentucky Derby prep races with Kentucky Derby points there, including the Louisiana Derby, the big one there for 100 points. That fairgrounds will start a week from tomorrow. And the sale going on at Keeneland. Now, they had I believe, a week-long sale at Keeneland of horses. The November breeding stock sale at Keeneland. 1,976 horses went through the ring over the week-long bidding, and it was the highest grossing sales for breeding stock sale at Keeneland in their sales since 2007. So maybe there's some good hope out there that will breed some more horses and get fuller fields down the road. Hopefully, let's just keep that in mind. All right, today. Aqueduct is running a special card today at Aqueduct. Horseshoe Indianapolis has two $100,000 stakes races today on their card. And Charlestown Racing today has a mandatory payoff in their Pick 6, okay? Mandatory payoff in the Charlestown Pick 6, and we'll give you the carryover when we get to the menu. And it's a 20-cent base bet, okay, at Charlestown. So those are the things, those are kind of the neat things that are happening today. As far as looking at this weekend is concerned, Saturday is the day that the Claiming Crown horses, you know, those horses, the hard-working horses that go to the racetrack every day, go to work with that lunch pail in their hand, you know, the backbone of horse racing, the claiming horses. Well, they get their Breeders' Cup type of day. It's going to happen at Churchill Downs on Saturday, okay? The Claiming Crown races. 8 Claiming Crown different races for the different divisions. There were 121 horses entered over the 8 races for the Claiming Crown coming up Saturday at Churchill Downs. Churchill Downs will also have an additional 1 Grade 3 stakes race on the card. So all in all, Churchill Downs will have a big day of racing coming up. 9 stakes races, 8 of which are Claiming Crown races on Saturday at Churchill Downs. Of course, we'll certainly cover that. And, you know, our guy, Jonathan Ardoon, has a sheet down there for Churchill Downs, so we'll be leaning on him for all those good, hard-knocking, claiming backbone horses there at Churchill Downs. That happens on Saturday. And, of course, Del Mar, Gulfstream Park have a stakes race each, and Woodbine will have a Grade 2 on Saturday as well. As far as Sunday's concerned, Aqueduct will pop in with 2 more stakes races, 1 a Grade 3. Del Mar will have a stakes race, and Woodbine will have 2 more stakes races. Woodbine's coming very, I guess they're pretty close to their closing at Woodbine for the season. So Woodbine is racing, though, through this weekend, okay? That takes a look at all of the really the latest news that we have. But I do want to mention, I'm going to take a look at real quickly here of the horses that raced in the Breeders' Cup Classic and what's up next for them, okay? Now, Forever Young, the winner of the Breeders' Cup Classic, he'll target the Saudi Cup. He's going to race next year as a 5-year-old. He's going to target the Saudi Cup and the Dubai World Cup as his 2 primary races for next year, okay? Now, the Saudi Cup and, as you know, the Dubai World Cup comes up in, I think, February, and the Saudi Cup is earlier than that. So he's going to get back into the swing of things. And, of course, his main objective next year will be a return to the Breeders' Cup Classic, and that'll be on October 31st of next year. Sierra Leone, who won the Breeders' Cup Classic 2 years ago, and, of course, finished in the money this year in the Breeders' Cup Classic. He's been retired. He's going to have stallion duty for 2026. Fierceness. Now, Fierceness is also going to stand. He's been retired. He's going to stand at Ashford Stud next year. Journalism is going to race next year. He's going to return to racing next year and is appointing for the Pegasus World Cup Invitational. That happens at Gulfstream Park on the 24th of January. So Journalism will be back racing his first race next year, pointing towards the Pegasus World Cup on January 24th. Mindframe, another one of the Rispoli and Pletcher horses, along with his stablemate Fierceness, has been retired. He's going to stand at Claiborne. Mindframe stands at Claiborne. Baeza returns to the races next year. His first start of next year is still unknown. Trainer John Sheriffs is working out some sort of a schedule for him, but Baeza will be back in competition next year. Nevada Beach, that's the horse that was the late developer for Bob Baffert. Nevada Beach will return to racing in 2026 as well. Of course, he had started out late last year. So Nevada Beach, he has 5 starts, 3 wins, and a second last year. So he's just getting underway. He'll be back next year. Antiquarian. Plans are a 2026 campaign for him as well. Antiquarian, of course, the winner of the decimated Jockey Club Gold Cup, and he did race in the Breeders' Cup Classic. But Antiquarian is going to come back racing as well. And Contrary Thinking. You remember Contrary Thinking? He was the rabbit for Sierra Leone. No announcement has been made yet for him. He was entered in Keeneland's November Horses of Racing age sale, but was withdrawn from the sale. So I don't know what's happening with Contrary Thinking. But those are the horses that raced in the Breeders' Cup Classic, that what their future holds for them there. And all I can say is, between Baeza and Nevada Beach and Journalism, who are all coming back next year, and Forever Young as well. It should be a great Breeders' Cup Classic if all the parts stay in the right place for these horses, as well as 3-year-olds. They'll be making their way through the Triple Crown next year as well. Okay? So taking a look at all that late news, we have, as I say, our handicappers with us today, and of course we'll have picks at both Churchill and Aqueduct today. So without any further ado, we're going to go to our first break, and when we come back, we'll get our racing menu, and then we'll be on our way with our handicappers as we begin another week covering the great sport of kings, Las Vegas style. Don't go away.
South Point Casino has plenty of attractions for the whole family. Catch a movie. Our 16-screen movie theater includes 2 XD Extreme screens for the ultimate in viewing, sound, and luxury. After the show, treat the family to a variety of treats at our old-fashioned ice cream parlor, Kate's Corner. We scoop up a variety of creamy concoctions, including smoothies, hand-dipped cones, milkshakes, malts, sodas, and sundaes. At Kate's, there's something for everyone. And if you've still got time to spare, our bowling center might be right up your alley. Voted Best of Las Vegas, it's a great place for friends and family fun. 64 lanes, a pro shop, snack bar, and arcade. And while the kids are bowling, you can play slots and sip on a drink in the Alley Cat Lounge while overlooking the lanes. For our more serious and professional bowlers, the South Point is also home to a separate tournament bowling plaza.
The best part of the nighttime racing season at Los Alamitos is here, as the best quarter horses in the nation set to compete in our biggest race, like the Los Alamitos Super Derby, the Champion of Champions, and the Los Alamitos 2 Million Futurity. Plus, the best bets in night racing continue, like our early and late pick 4s, always with the best pools at night. And of course, our pick 6 promos on Sunday nights. The best part of the year is here at Los Alamitos.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas, and like I said, our temperatures here today, we're going to top out at 74 degrees by the time it's all over here. We do have overcast skies, though, right now here in Las Vegas. Temperatures in the other part of the country, though, Miami, 74. You got New York City at 52 with a little bit of clouds. I guess they had some rain that went, or snow, actually. They had snow there a couple of days ago. Winter has come in New York. Chicago, 53 degrees and sunny and beautiful. Wow, how about that? And, of course, Los Angeles, 74 degrees and overcast. No racing there at Del Mar today, though. And Phoenix, Arizona, 85 degrees. Not the hottest spot in the country. Get down there at Brownsville, Texas. It's going to be 86 over there, just in case you're making your way to the very tip of the end of the border of the United States, a very southern tip of Texas and the start of Mexico, if you're inclined to do that. Anyhow, that's the weather there. So it looks like, for the most part, as far as precipitation is concerned, really nothing to talk about. Some activity going on around over in Toronto and some in Boston, but that's it. And in the great Northwest up there, Washington, they're going to start getting a little rain up there as well. But the very corner, the very northern corner. Simply put, it's going to be nice all across the country today for horse racing. And we're going to get right to our menu to tell you about that as well. Don't forget, the first post times we broadcast on the show each and every day reflect that the Pacific time zone. If you're here in Las Vegas, going to play at South Point, these will be your first post times. And if you're listening around the world in many different time zones, as we know we cover, just remember the first post times on the menu, that of Pacific time zone start time. So just tweak it out, and then you won't miss anything like I miss Mom and Dad, okay? We begin with Parks Racing. 10 races today at Parks. And pick 5 jackpot carryover of $9,088. Pick 5 jackpot carryover, small, $9,088, Parks Racing. 10 races, first post time is at 9:05, 9:05 Parks. Aqueduct today. Should be a beautiful day out there at Aqueduct today. 9 races, first post time is 9:10 at Aqueduct. They have a pick 6 carryover left over from Sunday. As a matter of fact, I should have gave you some of those Sunday results. Forgot to do that. But on Sunday at Aqueduct, they had a couple of late big prices. They had an $83 horse in the 7th race. They had a $47 horse in the 8th race. So nobody had 6. Nobody had 5 either. 4 out of 6 paid $40.08 at Aqueduct. Rudy Rodriguez had a couple of winners. Manny Franco had a couple of winners. And so did Flavian Pratt at Aqueduct on Sunday. And Jerry Jackowitz had a play, his play hit in the 4th race. The winner paid $7 even, dollar exacta, but the link-up paid $11 and change there, and etc. So that happened at Aqueduct. You got a carryover in the pick 6 of $31,372 for today's special Wednesday racing. 9 races in the first post time of 9:10. 9:10 there. Finger Lakes. The only upstate New York racetrack running right now. Finger Lakes has 8 races. Their first post time is at 9:20. Churchill Downs racing today. Churchill Downs has a pick 6 jackpot carryover, $4,852 at Churchill. $4,852 there. Pick 6 paid about $14,500 and change on Sunday at Churchill. Red Ortiz Jr. had a couple of winners, and that was just about all the activity that happened at Churchill Downs on Monday. Sunday. That was Sunday's racing there at Churchill Downs. They have 9 races today at Churchill, and again, a small carryover in the pick 6 jackpot of $4,852. First post time at Churchill today for their 9-race card is set at 10 a.m. Horseshoe Indianapolis has a first post time of 11:10. 11:10 at Horseshoe Indianapolis today. A couple of stakes races. The $100,000 stakes races at Horseshoe Indianapolis has 10 races. Make that 11 races today at Horseshoe Indianapolis. The last 2 will be quarter horses. The first 9 will be thoroughbreds. First post time Horseshoe Indianapolis is set at 11:10 a.m. there. And Horseshoe Indianapolis, 11:10. Delta Downs, 8 races. First post time is at 2:45 at Delta. Penn National has 9 races. 9 races at Penn Nat. Penn Nat's first post time is set at 2:45 as well. They both go at 2:45 there. And Charlestown don't forget now, mandatory payoff at Charlestown's Pick 6 today. Charlestown has a Pick 6 carryover of $104,383. Mandatory payoff today, 20-cent base bet. 8 races. First post time is at 4 p.m. That at Charlestown now tells us, they told us they have a mandatory payoff today. So we'll wait and see about that. I want to make sure that that is correct. It does not show on Equibase as such, but we were told that they did. So we'll go with that. Anyhow, it's a great bet anyhow, 20 cents away. And the carryover is still big, over 100,000. That's your menu. Let's go to Jonathan Nardoon standing by. Jonathan, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. How are you?
Don't ask. A lot of traffic trouble this morning. They closed down an entire street on my route here this morning. Not one lane going each way while they would do whatever they're doing. Shut the whole road down. And I had to drive almost a half a mile out of my way to get to another main street to get back over here.
With no warning, huh?
Yeah, and then I spilt my coffee. So that's my morning so far. But I hope yours is going better.
It's freezing up here in Saratoga. It's starting to snow, actually. By the way, Ralph, there will be no, thanks to our friend from the chat room, Jeff, who always supplies me with great information. There is no racing at NYRA for Thanksgiving. No NYRA. And they used to run every Thanksgiving at 11 a.m. and people couldn't wait to get home 2 o'clock to watch the football games. Well, that's gone. So Del Mar and NYRA have Thanksgiving off. Also, this Sunday, November 16th, will be the last day of turf racing in New York. No matter how good the weather is, there will be no turf racing after this Sunday.
And we want to thank him for that information. We've got a lot of savvy chatters out there. I know that, and I appreciate that. Well then, Jonathan, I'm going to get together with the staff and see if the only major racetrack is Churchill Downs on Thanksgiving. We'll see if we're going to do a Thanksgiving show or not. But I will say that the Churchill Downs does have a big racing day on Thanksgiving, and so we're more likely to do it than not. But that's really a shame that Aqueduct and Del Mar have decided now that they're going to take Thanksgiving off. So be it. I mean, I'm sure the people working at the racetrack like it. And
the backstretch people, yeah.
And you know what? The players can either play Churchill Downs or look for a football game to bet,
Exactly. One less day, not the worst thing in the world.
No, not at all. Jonathan, the weather is starting to freeze out there, but I did want to make mention of the cap you're wearing today. That cap is a cap that is given to a lot of the people that work with and work for the charity Tunnels to Town to Towers, yeah. Right. Yeah. And as you know, we play their commercials because that, I think, is one of the most worthwhile charities anywhere at all. And I just hope that during the holiday season, folks, that if you don't, just think about making a $2 exacta box. That's a $12 bet. If you could just take one of those $12 bets and instead just put 11 of that $12 and donate it to them per month, you'll still have $1 left over for a bottle of water or something. But it's a very good cause. It'll make you feel good, too.
Not only that, Ralph, like 97% of all donations go to the charity. It's not one of these charities where, they pay everybody that works for them. That's not the way it works.
No, not there, not at all. Some of the charities out there that you really think you want to donate to because it makes you feel good doing it, and the people that they're giving whatever they give to are worthy of it. There's a lot of them that the head of the charity is making like $200,000 a year. What the heck's that? That don't make it to me. Get all that money out to the people who deserve it. That's what I say.
Right, and people are giving to a charity. They want the money to go to the charity.
Exactly.
Right.
I don't want to be paying the chairman's, vacations. Okay, so we got two races today. We got Aqueduct and Churchill. Do you have a soapbox? Do you have anything you want to complain about?
Just a little incident that happened yesterday. It was kind of reverse CAW at Parks in the second race yesterday. The gate opened up. The 8-horse, the rider fell off. The horse was 5-1. After he fell off, the odds went up to 8-1. Now I'm reading and did some investigative work, and they're saying that the reason that the odds went up is because that CAW got involved with other horses in the race, causing those odds to go down and the 8 odds to go up. Whether it's true or not, I guess I'm going to believe it. I'm not going to get that crazy to believe that they're actually past posting at this point. But who knows? It's just a bad look, Ralph. It looks horrible. The guy loses the jockey and the odds go up on the horse. Every other horse we seem to bet, the odds go down. That one, the odds went up after the rider fell off.
I'm going to side with that's probably correct, and it's not past posting because once a horse falls off, that horse should be 9 zillion to 1. You know what I'm talking about? You should try to get the money off. You should try to get the money off of that horse as soon as you can, if you can. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that one.
But it's just a bad look. It's a bad look. Well, we can't talk about it every day, but we're talking about it every day.
Well, I think we don't have to just beat a dead horse, but no pun intended there. But what I'm saying is we do have to keep people aware day by day of these things. Just keep them aware of that so they understand that it didn't go away just because we're not talking about it. So that's good stuff there. All right, what are we going to do? You got some picks for me?
I do. Let's go to Aqueduct at Aqueduct, by the way, and look at the 8th race today. 6 furlongs on the outer turf course. By the way, it's overcast. They had rain yesterday, but they're on the grass today, and it's a full field. The AEs are all scratched, and they're the 11 on down, but they still have a field of 10. And I like the number 2 horse in here, Musical Maestro, a 5-year-old gelding for the Mike Maker barn. Maker barn's been on fire. Flavian Pratt rides, and no one's been riding better than him. The horse is listed at 5-1 on the morning line. Go watch a replay of his last race. He had trouble in that race. I think he works out a good trip in here. I like number 5, Musical Maestro, to win today's 8th race out at Aqueduct.
All right, the 8th race at Aqueduct, number 2, Musical Maestro. Flavian Pratt for Mike Maker. Both of them doing very well together. Flavian Pratt's got to be the hottest jockey in the nation right now. He's just tearing up Aqueduct right now. And he is aboard, number 2, Musical Maestro at 5-1. The 8th race, the 2-horse at the Big A, where they have a special racing, a makeup card today, Wednesday, with a first post time of 9:10 Pacific time. What about Churchill Downs?
Let's go to the 9th race at Churchill. 5 furlongs on the turf, and I like the number 11 horse in here, Military Cruiser, a 4-year-old gelding from the Nicholas Vacariza barn. I love the rider switch today to Irad Ortiz. I like the 8-1 on the morning line. 5 career starts. He's on the improve. His last 2 races, both on the turf, were very, very good. Number 11, Military Cruiser, upsets and wins today's 9th race out at Churchill, 8-1 on the morning line.
Okay, you got 2 hot jockeys there, that's for sure, Jonathan, with your selections here. And in that 9th race, by the way, Churchill scratched the 3 Thunder Roll. I'm sorry. Number 3, Thunder Roll, and number 4, Be Real. Both the 3 and the 4 are first-time geldings. They're not scratched; they're first-time geldings. Oops. But the 11 is a Military Cruiser. The 11 Military Cruiser is your pick. The 11 in the 9th race at Churchill, and I know you got full sheets for both Churchill and the Big A right now at your website.
JONHARDOON.com. By the way, Ralph, you gave me 2 scratches. Now I scratched them. I got to go right in on my program.
You got to write them back in.
Confusing. I'm in big trouble. I will be yelling at you later.
No, hold on a second. You can only yell at me if they're going to finish in the money or something. If they're not, they might as well be scratched.
Exactly.
Anyhow, believe me, the way my day is going, go ahead and yell. That's fine. I got no problem with that. Thanks a lot, Jonathan.
Thank you, Ralph. Stay safe and be well.
All right, we're going to go now to, we'll go to a break, and then when we come back, we'll have Dwayne Colucci and Rich Eng standing by, so don't go away.
Thank you, buddy.
There are many families that need your help. I'm Mark Wahlberg, and I'm asking you to support the Tunnel to Towers Foundation in their efforts to deliver mortgage-free homes to catastrophically injured service members, Gold Star, and fallen first responders families with young children, as well as eradicating homelessness amongst our veterans. Everybody knows where the money's going, every single dollar. God bless you. Please contribute $11 a month to support their efforts by visiting t2t.org.
Are you ready to lock in your bets and cash in on the games this weekend? Get weekly football winners from Alex White, Chris Andrews, and Vinny Malulo.
I did take the dog 3.5.
I'm going to stay with the culture. That's definitely going to be one of my plays.
If the Bears have turned the corner, they have to take care of business in this game.
Yes.
Tune in for behind-the-book perspectives you won't find anywhere else.
If you're looking to bet the under, you're going to get a better number.
The wise guys are certainly not going to play the favorites.
I know if it hits 7, don't blink. Maybe that's what bettors are waiting for.
Every NFL matchup, every college game that matters, the spreads, the stats, and the smart money plays.
Is there a way to bet against both teams?
Get your winning edge with Football Frenzy, streaming on YouTube every Friday at noon Pacific.
All right, back on race day for this Wednesday, and now we go out to Dwayne Colucci standing by from the Rampart. Dwayne, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. Sorry to hear about that traffic trouble, but we all counted that. We have to explain to people out of this state that, we say it time and time again, there's more orange cones than there are people in Las Vegas, unfortunately.
And, it gets to a point where you sit there and you say, if you can get a warning, that's fine. But you could drive down the street one day and it's perfectly clear. The next morning you go out there and there's bulldozers and everything else out there. And the thing that upsets me the most is when you go down the street and the cones are out and they got you detoured into one lane and all that, and you drive by there mid-morning and nobody's out there working.
Nobody.
Yeah,
nobody.
Why have it closed? I mean, close it when you're working. But, anyhow, just that's my soapbox for the morning. Anyhow, did get here, that's for sure. Dwayne, now I understand that, of course, you'll be open on Thanksgiving for Churchill Downs, but it's kind of unusual that both Aqueduct and Del Mar will not be having a Thanksgiving Day racing program.
Yeah, it really stinks. I remember the good old days when I lived in New York. You could go to actually Equestrius would feature the NFL games after the card, and you could hang out there and have dinner. And so much has changed, especially with Aqueduct and Del Mar. But I think Fairgrounds might run. They usually run on Thanksgiving, so keep your eye on that. And Churchill Downs will be excellent racing. But yeah, it kind of stinks that there's no Aqueduct and Del Mar. Those are the two feature coast tracks. And to have them defect, it's a change and, not a change for the better for the horse player.
Exempt of the Kentucky Derby and Kentucky Oaks days, the Thanksgiving Day at Churchill Downs is one of the biggest attended days of their entire year. And people really get into enjoying not only dinner, but racing out at Churchill Downs in that part of the country. They really embrace it.
Yeah, definitely. That's, Kentucky is definitely so great for the game. And, that the attendance will be unbelievable, as at the Rampart Casino. I'll have a lot of race players and football players. So, definitely the race players will be a little dejected that you don't have that coast-to-coast flavor. But like you said, Churchill will have a phenomenal card, and they'll do a great job. And it'll definitely help our handle at the Rampart and the South Point.
Not to mention that, horse players will play football, will do that crossover much more than the football people who play football will come over to the horse racing. But maybe on that particular day we can help out and have them become some racing fans, that's for sure. At least the Breeders' Cup helped out with the viewership that they got on NBC. It was up this year, so that's a little slimmer of good news.
Yeah, and my handle was up great on Saturday. So, a credit to all the horse players, and definitely the Breeders' Cup put forth a great product despite the late scratches and stuff like that. The Classic was all we could ask for, and definitely the Juvenile. You had some 3 great horses going at it there, and Ted Naffy got the job done. We saw some superstar star power there. The Sprint was great. So, yeah, the Breeders' Cup was just fabulous, and Del Mar does a good job despite having, capacity restrictions. They have done a fabulous job, as does Keeneland. Very small facilities, hard to park, hard to get a lot of attendance. But now we're going to see a little shift now as it goes, back to Keeneland. Then we're going to see a little Aqueduct. And I think in 28 is Santa Anita. Belmont.
Yeah.
Then Santa Anita. So 2 big facilities with Belmont and Santa Anita in the cards in the upcoming years.
Yeah, Belmont, of course, will be the new ultra, big, beautiful, state-of-the-art racetrack that's being built as we speak. But all I can say is that, you guys did a great job out there at Rampart. They had a banner weekend here at the South Point as well. Because race players are still out there, they just want to be treated right and get good competitive cards to bet, and they'll come out and play. And we want to thank all of them again now for participating, certainly here, as well as in the great sport of racing. All right, Dwayne, let's get some winners because, yes, Virginia, there is racing after the Breeders' Cup, and we got some today.
Yeah, we got some at Aqueduct, which is great. And what are horse players? They are not irrelevant. So let's go right to Aqueduct, the 8th race, the 3-horse irrelevant. Let's hope that the race stays on the turf. I'm waiting for conditions, but this horse has a ton of speed. Richard Dutrow, turned the screws after the claim off of Joe Sharp, moved him to the turf, got a 108-1 out of him. Wire-to-wire victory, 56 and change, 44. This horse has a ton of gas. You're going to get a good price because obviously, Mr. Hardoon's going to lower the price on Musical Maestro with that selection. So definitely, hopefully we could get a wire-to-wire victory out of Irrelevant if the race stays on the turf. Also, I have an alternate pick if that race does not stay on the turf. She's a Gemma in the first race. Coming back from Tampa, this has been a long layoff for this horse, but ran lights out in that race for Bill Mott. And, this horse, I think, definitely is working well enough to beat this field. A lot of these horses are suspect. You have a big price horse on the bottom in Met Farday. Pletcher paid a lot for this horse, and the horse doesn't really seem to be progressing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of horses off layoffs, and I think the 6 horse, she's a Gemma. With, I think Ceviche is in the, not even Junior Alvarado, but Ceviche in the irons and definitely capable. This horse can win, and it might be a little less than 3-1, but keep your eye out. This is my alternate if we don't have that race on the turf in the 8th race.
Well, Ceviche, of course, that has been plying his craft at Woodbine, and Woodbine's just about ready to close. It's going to winter at Aqueduct. Is already there. So the first race, number 6, she's a Gemma. We're going to make that a play whether the other race comes off the turf or not, my man. So in the first race, 9:10, first post time here, number 6, she's a Gemma. And, of course, in the 8th race, right now they're posting the weather conditions at Aqueduct as cloudy and 43 degrees, track fast, outer turf course firm, inner turf course firm. And the also eligibles, the main track onlys, in that 8th race have been scratched. They're all out of that race. It's main track only horses are out of the race. So it looks like the weather conditions will stay okay, and it'll get off on the turf course. So we got 2 picks out of you there, my man. Anyhow, in the 8th race, number 3, Irrelevant, is your pick. And, of course, with you and Jonathan landing in the same race, I got a Siraco play exacta box. Jonathan has the 2. You got the 3. So I got a 2-3 Siraco play exacta box there. You're on number 3, Irrelevant, which we hope is very relevant today. Oh, well, my man, I know there's a lot of great things happening at the Rampart, and all I can say is if you're in that part of the country and you don't stop at the Rampart and visit our man Dwayne Carlucci out there, that'll be your first bad beat of the day. So don't do that, folks. Thanks a lot, Dwayne.
Thank you, Ralph, and have a great race day. You're the best.
All right, you got it, my man. Thanks. And we're going to go to another break, and then when we come back, we're going to squeeze in Rich Ang, and then John and Jerry as well, so don't go away.
South Point is also proud to provide a variety of relaxing amenities for the guests who want to be pampered. Soak up the sun and let your stress melt away in our lagoon-style Paradise swimming pool. A relaxing getaway where you can bask in the desert sun and enjoy seasonal food and bar service poolside. And if you really want to escape, come to Spa Costa del Sur. From couple suites to a co-ed wet area, our spa caters to business and leisure travelers who want to unwind and elevate their senses. A visit to one of our spa's steam, sauna, or whirlpool treatment rooms will leave any guest feeling like they can take on the world.
The best part of the nighttime racing season at Los Alamitos is here, as the best quarter horses in the nation set to compete in our biggest race, like the Los Alamitos Super Derby, the Champion of Champions, and the Los Alamitos 2 Million Futurity. Plus, the best bets in night racing continue, like our early and late pick fours, always with the best pools at night. And of course, our pick six promos on Sunday nights. The best part of the year is here at Los Alamitos.
The Race Day Las Vegas Show, the only exclusive daily local media racing information source in Las Vegas.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas. Time to go out to Rich Eng standing by. Richie, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Ralphie. Good morning, viewers. Good morning, listeners.
Now, Richie, you give us football picks on the show, and we've got the NFL now that has Monday Night Football. They got Thursday Night Football. Of course, on Sunday, they have a full rack of football, and now they're playing a lot of football games across the pond in Europe, so that starts early on Sundays, and it goes right to the Sunday Night Football game. But college football is now taking up the calendar on every day as well. This week, we have college football games Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We've got 3 games tonight, so there's always some kind of football action going on now. And, of course, TV has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, a few weeks ago, I mentioned, Ralph, that there was going to be a 49-day stretch, 7 weeks. There was going to be a football game on every single day of the week, whether it's college or pro. So we're still in the middle of that. There's a lot of football, and if you like betting football, well, good for you.
Yeah, that's always, well, it's good entertainment. Let's see. On tonight, we have 3 4 o'clock games. 4 o'clock Pacific time. So it'll be some great night action if you don't want to watch anything else on TV, that's for sure. All right, well, we got racing, a special day of racing at Aqueduct today, and I'm assuming that you'll either have a pick there or at Churchill Downs today. Any thoughts, though, before we let you get to your picks?
No, I'm just going to, I know we're short on time, so I'm just going to go straight to the pick, Ralph, to leave some time for the other two guys. Race 8, this is a rare Siraco play, Ralph, where the handicappers will come up with 3 different horses because I like number 4, will not be swayed. 8-1 in the morning line. Jose Lescano riding for Linda Rice. This horse is a fast closer and turf sprints, turf only. 8-1's a tremendous price, but I know I'm going to box 2, 3, 4 now with the picks from Jonathan and Dwayne. But let's go with the 4. Will not be swayed in race 8.
All right, now here we have, folks. If you're ready for this, I talked to you earlier about the Tunnel to Towers, the charity that they ask $11 a month for. This is a perfect example. A 3-horse box, $12 in exacta. $2 exacta box will cost you $12 for the 3-horse box of the 2, 3, 4. And hopefully you can get it done, and you can donate that $11 to the charity. So you like the 4, will not be swayed. Now I'm going to do a 3-horse exacta box, as I suggested, and I'm going to come back and do a 3-horse trifecta box as well. So we got a Siraco play, big time in the 8th race. 2 types of Siraco plays: the 2, Jonathan; the 3, Dwayne; and now you have the 4 for Richie. So it's a 2, 3, 4 combination, a box there. Whatever you want to do, box the exacta, the trifecta, whatever. Let's get those horses home, battling to the wire. That's for sure. And of course, Richie, you'll be back with the Del Mar selections when Del Mar resumes, I believe, on Friday.
Yep, and I have a football pick tomorrow. We got Thursday Night Football.
You better believe we do, that's for sure, and we'll wait for your selection then. In the meantime, enjoy, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Hey, thanks, Rob. Good luck, everybody.
All right, you got it. Now we're going to go right to John Lendo, I should say. We already did Jonathan. John Lendo standing by. John, good morning.
Good morning, Ralphie. How you doing?
Well, I'm hoping that the day is going to end up a lot better than it started out. But I'm here, and and all you guys got to do is produce winners for us, and we'll have a great day on the races. That's for sure. Now I know you have no selections today because you don't have a sheet. But what does the Lindo report look like for the rest of the week?
Well, I've got the late pick 5 tomorrow, Churchill. We've got Del Mar Friday. I've got Del Mar Saturday, Sunday, and I'll do those claiming crown races at Churchill Downs on Saturday as well. And let me give you an update I just got from the Del Mar Racing Office. The current weather forecast should allow us to race on Friday. We strongly advise shipping Friday runners early. We will be taking entries this morning for Saturday. In the event that Saturday's races are canceled, the races will be brought back as extras for Sunday. Stay tuned for further updates. So
And this is from
obviously we have rain coming in tomorrow, and we'll see exactly where we end up this weekend.
And that is just a communication you got from the racing office at Del Mar this morning.
Yeah, just like a couple minutes ago. Yes.
Okay. So the Saturday races might be in jeopardy, and I guess that is they're tracking the weather. So I guess you're going to get some rain over the towards the weekend there. I know that we're going to get some of that rain too coming up at the end of the week, but it's always fast, firm, and perfect, of course, in the books here. But so we will continue to watch that. That's for sure. And John, unless you have anything more to say, we'll let you go, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
No, I'll keep you updated, Ralph. I'll send you a text if I hear anything different, and we'll keep the race day listeners up to date.
You got it, my man. Thanks a lot. Stay dry.
All right. Good luck today.
All right. You got it. Now let's go to Jerry Jackowitz with his Giants hat on this morning. Jerry, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah,
you don't
all
sound.
Giant fans should be in a good mood today.
Yeah, I was going to say you should be in a good mood. It didn't sound like you were in a good mood, but you should be. I mean,
Oh, yeah, we got rid of the coach that was holding us down. So,
well,
my opinion.
That's your opinion. So now you got to concentrate on the Raiders and get them straightened out now too, right?
Well, Chip Kelly's got to say bye-bye.
Oh, okay. That. So you're just firing coaches now. You're just firing coaches now.
I love firing coaches.
Okay. In any case, there is a special Aqueduct Makeup Day today at the Big A. 9 races. So you have Jerry J's Power Page available for everybody at jerryjspowerpage.com. What are you doing for us, Jerry?
Well, we're going to go to the 5th race. We're doing 6 furlongs on the turf. And we have a horse, the craziest name of horses, Tom's Chicken Fingers. I don't get it, but whatever. The 8 horse comes to play. He ran once on the turf. Actually didn't run too badly. Had a little bit of problems and kind of got messed up. And this horse has developed nicely over the year. It came back in September, showed really nice speed. And from this outside post position, I think he could be really good. And so I like the 8 horse, Tom's Chicken Fingers, an awful lot. I'm playing the 8, and this is a little bit of a wide spread because it's a very closely matched race of funky horses. I'm going to do the 8 over the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. It's the 8 over 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. Do my reverses, obviously. I'm bringing in some first-time starters. First-time starters this time of year you don't love, but maybe there'll be a big price, and who knows?
Well, the first-time starters at this time of the year might be just late developers. That's all.
Yeah, typically a 3-year-old who hasn't gotten to the races by like April or May is a little suspect.
Okay, but that's why you're going to get the price on them. So in the 5th race, you like number 8, Tom's Chicken Fingers, and I'm assuming that the person that named it likes chicken fingers. So in the 5th race, the 8 horse with Kendrick Carmouche aboard. The link-ups are the 1 at 20-1, the 2 at 3-1, the 3 at 20-1, the 4 at 8-1, and the 6 at 6-1. So you got some pretty good prices underneath, even though you got pretty deep on that.
Well, that's part of understanding the play of if it's worth getting involved. So if Tom's Chicken Finger goes off like 3-1 with the good value in the exotics, I'll definitely play. But if he goes off at 3-1 and there's no value in the exotics, then maybe I wouldn't. It depends. Remember, this is a feature play. We really need 7-2 to be on the source. So.
Okay, so 7-2 is the cutoff point, you think?
Yeah, if there's big prices in the spread, I could go to maybe 3-1. So.
All right, and not only that, but it's the anchor in the early pick 4 and early pick 5 at Aqueduct, so maybe you can use it in your sequencing there and maybe single the 8 horse in the 5th race.
Too, Ralph.
Yeah, and the pick 6, right? Yeah, so you might be able to single that horse and have more selections in and around that.
I'm not so sure it's a single, but you should use it.
Okay, enough said. Let's get some chicken fingers today. How about that?
Sure.
Okay, the 8 over 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6 and reverse. Do whatever you need to do as far as the pricing is concerned to try to make some money on that. And of course, Jerry J's Power Pages for all of today's special card at Aqueduct is available right now at jerryjspowerpage.com. And I want to thank you for that winner on Sunday as well on the show.
My pleasure.
All right, you got it,
That's
my man.
What we're here to do.
Now you can go ahead and make your phone calls and see if you can get other coaches fired. In the meantime, we'll wrap up shop with the sign off that he usually gives us, and you're going to do it.
Have a great race day, everybody.